right side of the artillery.
Very good.
1st Battalion, under Bejo, you will be set up basically in the center with the artillery, then to enact the skirmishers when the enemy starts advancing. Does everybody know your position now?
Very good, sir.
Alright. Again.
Oh.
Actually, let me get on the rock. God.
Or rifle sergeant.
What is silence? Good. It only took us 3 days to master.
Alright, it seems I can't get on the rock, god damn it.
You can!
We ain't got time for that. Hey, you got it.
General, sir, you just need to get good, sir.
Yes, I know.
You can do it.
Right. Rally boys, July 3rd. And it looks like we will just be as warm as the past 2 days. Tomorrow's Independence Day. Now, I know you're all tired. Some of you have been engaged since Friday. Pretty much all units were engaged yesterday. Even if you were lucky enough not to be fired at, you were probably lost enough in sweat piling up rocks, logs, and breastworks. Thanks to your efforts, we are now standing where we are. If not for your stubbornness, rebels would be on the heights to our left and right, and this place would be nothing but a training field for their artillery. Luckily, that won't be the case today. In the morning, it looked like the rebels will try attacking our flanks yet again. Since noon, the Confederates have been massing up their artillery by the woods across the field.
Sergeant, sir. Panzer.
And there are lots of
Stay
them.
quiet, lads.
Our men counted over 100 pieces. General Meade says they're up to something, that they're going to strike the ridge. Seems like madness to me. It's almost a mile of open ground, straight towards a good fortified position. Wide, beautiful fields of enfilading fire. We'd be fools if we underestimated the threat, though. We've seen the Virginian colors between the trees. It's Pickett with Garnett, Kemper, and Armistead. Best the rebel army has. You will have to stand your ground today, gentlemen. For the fate of our 3 days fighting here at Gettysburg will be decided on this field, at the stone wall, by the corpse of the trees. Brigade, to your posts!
Huzzah! Huzzah!
4th New Jersey. Fourth New Jersey.
Captain Williamson?
Right.
First battalion, right face.
First company, right face.
Right.
Company, right face.
Second
Guys,
cars,
post.
staircase advance.
Forward.
Company forward.
Forward.
March.
Into line. March. Into line. March.
Eccleton, I'll stay here, guys.
Racial shift.
At quick step. Guidance right. Advance.
Company, right shoulder. Right shoulder. Excellent battalion.
Right shoulder shift.
Right short shift.
You guys a moment.
Hi, General.
Williamson?
Left leg. Stop. Here we go. Left leg march.
Don't crash into the friendly. Don't crash into the friendly. Oh well,
No,
too
he
late.
said left oblique.
Too late. Yeah, too late now. The column's basically gonna get destroyed. Now we're crashing.
I don't know about you, I don't plan on doing that.
New Jersey.
Prepare to
5 miles to the half right. March.
March.
5 miles to the half left.
Eccleton,
March.
where's Eccleton?
On the
Come with
second
me.
right here,
Captain.
Fourth New
Company,
Jersey, second
Buffalo.
half left, please.
March.
Corporal Eccleton.
First company, Buffalo.
Oh my.
Clap, that's clap. Sorry.
Not too bad.
4th New Jersey.
Just say general.
Alright, now off.
Eccleton,
Halt.
go and tell the
Next
rest
to
of
Hank.
the units everyone else basically that
We're
we
in a
need
line,
to have
guys.
basically a
Jibberhoff.
position
Double ranked
identify
line.
To the left.
Make way, make way,
Double
make
rank,
way.
gentlemen.
Yes, Captain.
PFC
Get
out.
behind
Go to the
that
left,
line,
please.
Nathan.
Lieutenant Colonel.
Ross, can you get behind it? Right
That's
now.
full rank line, guys.
Thank you very much.
We're starting to sort it out.
Right here, Lieutenant.
you, but I can't
see you. Ah, yeah.
Second
battalion is on the right. All right, Private Sharp, take a step back.
Got the third battalion passing through.
I go right behind.
How the
Corporal
fuck?
Hunter.
What the? Stop moving!
Toward the south, Sergeant.
Private
First
Sharp,
Lieutenant,
perfect.
if you
I
could
love that.
dress close to this bush, please.
wanted to clarify that you are correct.
North New Jersey.
All right, thank
Jesus
Shift
Christ, you
shift.
guys.
remember to hold your fire.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
The whole shit,
here.
run, and remember
Over
who you were behind.
Over. Gentlemen, over here.
Captain
To the
Eddie.
left.
Over here, gentlemen.
Instructions from General. He wants us to hold fire and be crouching in position.
Why'd you call shift right shift, Lieutenant?
I need you
Understood.
to
Major
advance
Joe is
forward.
battalion commander, though.
I'm your corporal.
Hi,
Yep.
Major Joe. Yeah, so
Second cap. Neil.
Second
General
cap, take a knee.
Victor
Fall on target.
wants men into position. Make sure we're not firing prematurely and crouching.
Jesus Christ.
and waiting for
Corporal
further orders.
instructions are officially received.
Major,
No, I
want
wanna-
you
I wanna
be,
make it
North
very
New
obvious.
Jersey. Up to, you see
I'm
that
not
west
happy.
northwest, close to the cannons, get them over there.
West northwest, stand by.
General Victor, sir.
Alright, you got
Yep.
First
You want us to
Battalion,
advance to the
prepare to
next one as
advance.
well?
Yes.
Advance to the
Right.
next stone fence.
North New Jersey,
Second
right.
cap.
Next stone fence, west northwest. At your own
Second cap, shoulder
discretion.
arms.
Cap, shoulder arms.
Second
Right
cap leading.
Right
Advance at
face.
discretion.
Second cap on conform to my movements at the quick time. Word. March.
Form to the
Fourth New
movement.
Jersey.
Quick time. Forward march.
Right face. Guide post.
Formation.
At the quick step.
Run over the rocks.
Formation
5
on the
miles
move.
left. March.
It's formation, lads, on the move. Quick, quick.
First
Run over the rocks,
Battalion,
lads.
kneel upon arrival. Kneel when you're in
Right next
Gentlemen. Rest it up.
Fuck.
Distance coming up right.
Oh, form battle line.
North New Jersey into line to the left of the 2nd US. March.
Hands you please look forward.
Quick, quick.
First Battalion, kneel when formed up.
North New
The worst thing
Jersey.
you can do is look a different
Kneel.
direction.
Mike Allen, get to the left.
That is the
Double
worst thing
ranks.
you could do.
Hank, you've been kind of pushed out of line.
Half A for
Half.
please exchange messages.
Yeah.
Excellent,
Half, can you
Frederick,
move to the
excellent.
back rack, please?
Second cap, Neil.
Not
Thank you very
to
much.
please
And
better
just go behind
attendance.
Afa. Take a knee. Thank you very much.
Take
Take
off.
a knee, lads.
Hank.
Hank,
Sit down.
you alright there?
Arse will not break.
Finish?
I
Okay.
promise you. There we go.
Alright, friends,
Wait.
you might want to keep your eyes peeled because you're about to
Okay,
witness
that's
a
fine.
general Confederate advance. You might want to watch this. Gonna be beautiful.
move in herds.
They do move in herds, yes they do.
Directly northwest.
Yep, there they are.
Team.
Wow.
There comes an artillery shell.
Forward, Pickett.
Jesus, that artillery
Can
really is
you
messing
tell
up.
me, doctor,
Oh,
why
bro.
I
Sorry
still
about the
can't
smash
get
message.
this?
Do you see where
time.
you know where
Stay
Victor
crouching, lads.
I do not know where Victor is.
And remember,
like
And
boy.
what's this rush that
Yeah,
comes
from
in
old
your
Virginia.
Can you tell me what it means?
God help me, I was only 19.
Food.
I might have snide of Enfield right about now. At least then I can have the power of breach side over the power of a musket.
First Battalion,
Forward,
6
made
bayonets
back
at your discretion. The
Fourth New
Confederates
Jersey.
are coming.
Unfix. Bayonets.
Middle of the field, James. Another
First
unit
Battalion on
moving up.
fix.
Take a position at the wall.
Here
Unfixed.
they are, boys. They're at the
One
stone
guy,
fence.
unfix your bayonet, Private Bagel.
Just gonna wait for them to advance.
Yeah, I wish I had an Enfield now and all.
Unfix, please.
Eddie, did Victor give any
Fixed.
pointers as to how far we're supposed to advance in the skirmish line?
Well, to begin with, we're in the wrong fucking place, mate. We're meant to be on that left flank.
Yeah, I know. Victor gave
Do
new
you know where
instructions.
that rocks are over there? About there. back from there, switch right. That's our length.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, Victor gave new instructions to go over here, so I'm assuming we're supposed to form a new skirmish line in front of us.
Yeah, what it'll probably be, if I had to guess, if Victor wants that, is one of us will be on the left side of this wall, and the other one will be on the right side of the wall.
Yeah, I suppose.
Which is fine.
Yeah, we'll make do.
I take it.
Yeah,
Are they going to be
steps
doing
over.
like left and right obliques?
Maybe. What you find out?
Okay.
Be able to get fucking
Here they are.
shooting down the ranks.
This music is just fucking perfect for what I'm witnessing.
No, I'm glad I've got fucking
Solemnness.
baggy
I've
PJs.
had to turn it off because I'm recording, so I don't know what the plan will be when we put all the footage together.
So we're gonna hop that stone fence in front of us, and then we're gonna see how far we can get, and then we're gonna hold there and just gonna shoot at them as they advance. When we realize they're getting too close, we're gonna pull back.
So when they provide their first volley, a good number of us will probably drop. So that, I think that's when they ask you to get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Unload
gonna
those
try to
guns
get in
and
front of
when
their
they
hear
losses,
their
so we don't
drums
have
from
to
all the way
suffer
over
them
here.
losses, but we'll see what
At least
happens.
we're safe in the middle.
Lads, officers,
Joe.
talking, please be quiet.
Northwest, they're
Corporal,
advancing.
special message.
Message, you may begin to advance to form a screen for the artillery, and as also you may have the battalion rise and begin
Crouch
firing
and
as needed.
Right face. Right
They're advancing across the field.
North New Jersey.
Sorry, Corporal. My game first. Thank you very much, Corporal.
Right.
First
Thank you.
Battalion, prepare to advance.
North New Jersey,
Take it,
rise.
Second cam, rise!
First Battalion, 4th New Jersey leading.
Cover arms.
Add the double quick advance at your own discretion.
Gonna get prepared
North New
as much as
Jersey.
they can.
At the quick step.
Trying
Advance.
to move out the staircase.
Staying your double rank.
Get to the double quick and then pass the stone
Change
fence
the
in front
pace,
of us.
double
Moving out the staircase of that rank. At the quick time.
We're gonna get over the stone fence, boys. Let's do this.
Jesus Christ, Ghost Dog, come
Over
on.
the fence, over the fence.
Okay. Vault over the fence. Fence!
First Battalion, halt at the latest haystack.
North New
Right here.
Jersey, halts.
Halt. Back into double ranks.
Skirmish formation, 1st Battalion. Skirmish formation.
North New Jersey, skirmish battalion, 1 man per haystack.
Second cam.
One man
Shift
per
to the left.
haystack.
Shift to the left, shift to the left.
Shift left.
Left, to the left, to the left.
Left, 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 left.
1st Battalion, you may fire at your own discretion.
North
1st
New Jersey.
Battalion, fire at your own discretion.
Take aim. Fire!
Permission to speak.
Independent, go ahead. Independent. There are too many people in that haystack. Wait for volley.
Here they come.
West, Northwest Battalion. West, Northwest.
Loaded.
Take aim. Take aim. Fire. Infinite fire. They're closest to us.
Oh shit. Ow. Ow. I saw that.
Get close, Sergeant. I'm getting a hard on.
North New Jersey, engage the unit closest to us. Independent fire. At your own time. Take the
Oh. Alright, Sergeant Fennec is taking over the line. Keep up.
Battalion, fall back.
Alright. Listen to first sergeant, fall back.
Fall back, PFC shops. Stay stuck, wait, fall back.
You may proceed to fire at your own discretion.
Jersey on the stone wall, over here.
Stone wall, 4. Stone wall, come on. Frederick, fire at own discretion. Fire at own discretion.
Okay, I'm back.
Down. Hudson.
North New Jersey. Wait for volley.
Launch of that.
Reload
North
to
New
the whatnot.
Jersey. To the left, to the left.
Oh shit, did we lose the commander?
Atomic.
Yes, he'll be back.
Yes, I'm dead.
Loaded.
That fence is gonna give them some trouble.
Loaded.
Hey,
Atomic,
game.
Atomic, you're right in front of our line, buddy.
Rock Ben said he knows.
Fire. Down again.
I'm down.
Alright, boys.
They're standing. Reloads in. On the stance. Recruit Mike, stand up.
Prime Ghost Dog, rise up.
Fire. Get down to reload.
Oh. Loaded.
Loaded.
We've bogged them down, boys. We've bogged them down.
Company. Take aid. Run. Fire.
Reload, battalion. Crouch
You need a
reload.
load.
Crouch. Crouch to reload.
See Dustin, you may want to face your back away from them so our guys stop spawning.
Right. Recruit Mike, shifted left.
You got the flag. You got the flag. Second. You got the flag.
Both engage, vessel left.
You got?
Loaded.
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 I need a messenger.
4th New Jersey. Rise. Hey.
I need a messenger to the general.
What's the message?
Tell the general we can get down where we are. We can hold this position.
Roger that. Where is it?
Should be.
Gentlemen,
Should be
we're
back
gonna
at the
blast the
artillery.
unit right in front of us.
Roger that, loaded.
Sergeant, line is yours.
Roger that.
Here we go.
Okay. 4th New Jersey, west, please, west. The guys in the open. You can blast their brains out. You can blast the ball out.
4th New Jersey.
Loaded.
Rise.
Loaded.
Play, boys.
Aim.
Hudson.
Fire. Fix bayonet.
Yeah, that's yep. Good plan.
Good bayonets, gentlemen, you heard. First lieutenant.
Major Joe.
Go Bracketon.
Message from the general. He wants you to fall back and to the right of the.
We got it. 1st Battalion, cease fire. Cease fire, 1st Battalion.
Cease fire. 4th New Jersey, about face. At the quick step. Advance.
Alright, withdraw 1st Battalion. Let's
Quick
retire to the
step.
previous position.
Quick step.
Message relayed, mate.
Oh, we need
Pulling
to run
back.
Double quick, boys. Double quick.
Change of pace, double quick. Mark.
Quick.
Guide is on the right, gentlemen.
Form us to the right of the company.
By the right flank. March.
Back into a column.
Prepare to halt. 4th New Jersey. Halt.
Alright, let's get formed up, folks.
Right
Let's get formed up.
70 yards.
Double rank line of battle.
Double rank,
Double
gentlemen.
down,
Fourth
Eddie,
New
with
Jersey.
fire at discretion.
Reload.
Take up, hold right face.
Loaded.
Right face.
Loaded.
4th New
Make
Jersey.
ready.
Make ready.
At the ready, lads.
Take aim.
Take aim.
Start front.
We got
Oh.
support, boys.
Fire.
Take it in, reload.
Get the foot down. Get the foot down. Off,
Yeah.
off, Neil.
It means press R, Neil,
Jump
and
ball,
then
get
press
the
R
foot
again.
down.
Second cab,
Jake,
break your
get the foot
reload
down.
now. CJ, press
Don't
on
try
and
it,
take the knee.
Bloody hell.
Take aim.
Right on.
Prime standing
Loaded.
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 Whoa, good shot.
Jersey, make ready.
Good stuff, pal.
Get up there,
Not
drop it.
Talos.
Take
Bloody,
aim.
I'll tell you, it's not
Right,
easy to
stand.
touch.
Second cab,
Take
right.
it.
Rise,
take
take it.
Okay.
Rise up.
Focus on the flappers.
Fire.
Oh yeah.
Heal and load, folks.
We got that remote,
Come on,
guys.
Frank.
Go
Off the volley, do not fire.
Both and J, kneel and load.
Take knee to reload.
Crouch and load.
Off, CJ, please press on.
Charging our left flank.
No problem.
Yep.
Say again. Charge on our left.
They're charging our left flank. Far
Copy,
left.
copy, copy.
Loaded.
Not the left. That was my favorite flank.
4th New
Loaded.
Jersey.
Ready.
Rifle
Rise. Left
Second
oblique.
cab.
Take aim. Left oblique. Take aim.
left of these battalions here.
Okay, gotcha. To the left. First battalion, cease fire.
Missed the volley, don't fire.
Take out, reload.
Thank you.
Battalion, prepare to move out to the center.
Half of you move to the far left side of the line so you can actually get a volley in.
Fort New Jersey, left face, double rank, double column.
I couldn't fire. There were people messing with my shots.
Hold up until second
Get
cavalry.
behind
Yep.
Okay.
Double fire.
Second cab, right.
Ready when you are.
Guys on me.
Alright. Add the double quick. 5 guys to the half left. March. Guy
Oh,
in
you're
the
fine.
Good job, fellas.
Go.
Coming down forward.
5 files right, march into line, march and cease fire.
Over here. Form up. First
It's a line, hold
form up.
Right.
First battalion, over here. This way. Press left.
To the previous positions.
Second cab, hold it. Left leg.
Oh.
Hold their arms, bro.
There's a cannon behind us.
Frederick, press right to the second.
Left leg, left second.
Fourth J, dress right, dress. To the second.
Just right a bit more.
I've got to go on your left.
Okay, disregard 4. Stay where you are.
Fourth J, hold.
Alright,
Left face.
Second cab,
I'm back to first sergeant, thank you. Alright, waiting orders.
John.
J, try the ropes.
I'm sorry.
Awaiting orders.
Dress left to the second US. Try to stay clear of this bush as much as you can. You don't have to
New
go all the way,
Jersey,
but yeah.
left face. At the quick step. Forward, march. Fourth New Jersey. Oh, right face.
Guys.
And take a knee.
Reform the battle line. It's just where you would be.
Yes.
Reform the
Actually,
battle
hold
line, lads.
Major Joe,
Battle line, boys.
we're gonna get reinforced
My left.
on the left. I want you to form up a skeleton.
Address right.
Everyone
Address right.
right, right. Stay where you are, but address right.
Make it even as well.
John, to the left of Xander.
You can hear me.
First battalion.
Single man,
Skirmish formation.
Guys, please. For right.
Take a knee. Thank you.
We need
Take
shooting.
position, please.
First battalion advances skirmish formation. 4th New Jersey leading.
Fourth New Jersey, rise.
Second cab, right.
Extend to the right by a 3-man spacing. March. Extend to the right. 3-man spacing to the right.
Stay in double
Good.
ranks.
Double ranks.
Alright, keep moving.
At the double quick. Guy is right. Advance.
Three-man spacing between the guy to your left and right. Double ranks.
Where do you want us, Major?
Follow me for now. Follow me for now.
Yeah,
that's right.
Change
Yeah, my
pace to
game
quick
is
step,
there.
March. Change pace to quick step.
Up on these haystacks. Okay, just keep back and halt here, halt here, halt here.
Fourth New
Halt
Jersey,
here,
form up on the
extend as much as you need.
form up on the hay.
Yep.
1 man per bale.
Go move.
Go, 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 go.
Don't need an invitation. Go. Take a knee. 1 man per
Take
hay
it,
bale.
Gaff. Take the haystacks to the right here.
Yep.
Excellent, gentlemen. Companies, you are allowed to fire at your own discretion. If you see enemies, blast them to Kingdom Come.
Fourth New Jersey, unfix. Bayonets.
Unfix.
Unfix bayonet.
Fix bayonets. Or
Holy shit, that bullet landed right in front of me. Jesus. Like
Order was not
millimeters
given.
away.
Fire, recruit.
Hudson, get on the right off the left side, so that way we can repeat.
Recruit Mike, hold fire on fix bayonet.
Alright, Dix. Simmer with that fire.
Miss.
Battalion, engage the lines on that fence. I want to see if we can hit anything.
Fourth New Jersey. Make ready.
Cool. Ready. Right.
Second Cav, engage
Hey.
the enemy. I want to see if we can hit anything.
I'll just hang out on this.
Second.
Fire.
Heal, reload, independent
Heal and
fire.
load.
Those hits were close, guys. Those were close. Continue, gentlemen. Continue. You're doing great.
Well, then J, independent fire.
Any messages for General Victor, Major Joe?
Tell them we're in position and we would like some artillery support.
Yes, Major Joe.
J, independent fire.
A lot of us were clearly still loading.
Ready.
Major Jim, mission.
Go ahead. Pull the flag back to the red list.
God damn it, you
Negative. Flag's supposed to stay with us. I'm sorry. I'm afraid.
North Carolina forever.
North Carolina forever.
His ancestors, North Carolina.
Virginia did it.
Back, we'll get on a haystack, independent.
Jack and Cab. British Volley, present.
Battalion, the Confederates are mapping another attack.
Excuse me, sir. What is a British volley?
British Volley means you will aim and count to 5 and then fire.
Sir, yes, sir.
Gives you a bit more accuracy.
Dustin, great job. Wave that flag.
10 arms in cap.
Okay.
We'll let independent fall then, Jake.
We lost the
Hudson.
commander!
He's down.
Second Cav, what's your casualties looking like? Hudson, what's your casualties looking like? Okay, as long as you're like.
Oh, we certainly can, sir.
Excellent, Corporal. Frederick, how's your casualties looking?
Manageable.
Manageable, Roger. Keep me up to date. If they become. Keep laying it into the mat. We're holding them off. Flag down.
Alright. Come on, boys. Come on.
White Charles, I do believe our captain is being dead now.
We're gonna have to wear through this artillery fire, this barraging, and these bullets, boys, but we're gonna have to do it for the Union. Sharp 10, you're up. Grab the flag. Disregard. PC Adam has it.
Thank you. We're starting to take a little beating over here.
Yeah, I see it.
He did right now.
Frederick.
Yes.
See if you can maybe get some of your guys a bit close to the second. Those haystacks right there that are like parallel to the enemy fire might help a bit more.
Got it.
Oh,
But just see what you can do with that.
Sergeant Paddock.
Yo.
I'm over here.
That's right.
Take these haystacks.
Eddie's
What's up, Hudson?
asking, how are you doing? How's
What'd
your
you say?
captain?
Mike
How's
Allen,
everything going?
shift to the right, find Sergeant Paddock. Yes.
Great. Fourth's taking a little more casualties than you guys, but we're holding off. We're just gonna stay where we are now until we get more orders, or until the situation becomes unsustainable.
Find Sergeant Paddock.
Fantastic, roger that.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, good God.
Start to move across the field.
Skirmishing.
Boys, Confederates crossing the field. Aim all your fire at them.
Here they come
Direct
again.
all fire at them.
Like another battalion.
Jersey boys, give me some volleys.
4th New Jersey, ceasefire, ceasefire, ceasefire. Me, reload, wait for volley. New Jersey, wait for volley, wait for volley.
1st Battalion. Message from General Victor.
Wait for volley.
Fall back to the stone wall to the previous position.
One more volley and
Roger, tell them we're gonna give them a few more volley fire and then we're gonna retreat in just a bit.
Yes,
Make ready.
Major.
Major Joe.
Yep.
Message from medic.
Yep.
Hey.
We see enemy artillerymen moving in our position.
Roger, yeah, we're gonna be retiring momentarily. Give them 2 more
Fire.
volleys, then we're going.
Okay.
Misfire. Someone got the flag, well done.
1st Lieutenant, 2 more volleys, then we're retiring.
5 Jersey coin to whoever not nailed that flag.
Permission to do another I say Jew.
Wait for volley, wait for the volley.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Loaded.
4th New Jersey, closest unit to us, take aim.
Oh shit.
Any NCOs for the 4th?
You're the best shots in the whole bloody Union Army! You let those traitors know it!
I'm back.
Taking over the line.
I'm back.
Paticus has the line, we're retiring.
Okay.
I'm also back.
Get out of here, guys. Have a quick advance. Go, go, go.
Right,
there we go.
4th New Jersey.
I switched to round ball, but it still won't let me reload.
Over here. 4th New Jersey.
Yeah, you're right.
You fully under them.
4th New Jersey, right here, right here, right here. Right here.
Down here, second.
4th New Jersey, on here. Right here.
Just right to the 2nd.
Double ranks. Double ranks. Reload.
Ja, versuch sie irgendwie hier nach vorne zu setzen, mach den Timer ganz runter. Das schaffst du.
Jersey, just right.
4th New Jersey. Reloads,
Eigentlich
just
schon.
right, rest of the bush.
Oh my god.
That's right, Jazz. Right shift.
Mit Bild runter?
Good.
Ja, mit Bild runter.
Okay. Warte, lass mich mal probieren, vielleicht bugt's bei mir. Ne?
It might be bugged, I think.
Loaded.
Take a step down, recruit your skylining. There you go. 4th New Jersey, take a knee.
Private Bagel, get behind Corporal Hunter.
Above their heads, not like you can fire. Just don't at them, okay?
Ja, okay, Pinguin, schieß ein bisschen.
Fire above their heads. Do not fire at them.
Das sollte drüber gehen. Also sollte drüber gehen.
Oh god, here they come.
Was?
Wird die WC-Dock-Kanister, wenn wir beschossen haben?
Genau,
Here's
danach.
our bugle.
They're gonna pop up soon. 1st Battalion, fire at your own discretion. If you can see them,
And
blast
then
them.
load canister.
Ja, lade ich für ihn.
If you can see them, blast them.
They're coming over the rise right now. Coming over the rise right
Da
now.
kommt
There
Bayonet,
they
sir.
go.
Bayonet, sir.
Volley fire. We're gonna fall back in a
4th
second.
New Jersey.
Come straight
Take
in.
aim. Right. Fire.
Come on!
They're coming in.
Battalion, go back.
Feiert.
Fall back.
Flag down!
For the Confederacy. 6-7.
Отстреливаемся! Independent fire, ребят! Independent fire!
On this line.
Second. Oh, there we are.
First Battalion reform.
Yeah. Hi, Hudson.
Where that was all spotted.
New Jersey. Sergeant Paticus, you have the line.
Fix.
Roger that.
Get the point, fix the point.
Fix bayonets.
Get back!
Fix bayonets, everyone.
It's saying that.
It's gonna be hairy, first James. It's gonna be hairy.
Was your pistol killing any of them?
Fix Fred. Oh, Fred. Over here.
Adam, you are in the wrong company.
Yeah, I know.
Make your guys ready for Make your guys ready for Mel.
Okay. 4th New Jersey. Fix.
Come on out, I'll fall in behind Xander.
Come on.
I was in the right place.
Yes, Adam.
Oh,
Sorry. No, Adam.
Alright, first battalion.
John Ball over here.
Yeah.
Disregard.
You follow me.
1 second, Cav. On the far right.
Second company, right face.
Double ranks.
Buffalo.
Come on, Hank.
First
Go.
company.
Mike over here. DJ over here.
At the double.
DJ over here.
Rear. Mike.
Los.
Group Mike over here.
DJ. Go on, bud.
You're right.
Company form double ranks. March.
Right, Joe, I'm ready.
Alright. Frederick, how are you looking?
Mike over here.
Alright, brigade. No. Battalion on me. Let's advance double quick.
Mike.
Think I've double quick. Forward march.
Falling by the line. Let's go.
Keep the columns, boys.
Guide around the obstacles.
Battalion charge bayonets.
4th New Jersey. Charge. Bayonets.
Bagbala.
Let's be prepared in case the worst comes to the worst.
I'm not going into battle with the tune of Barney the Dinosaur.
Look, our general is Barney, right? Leave it be. Me, Hank, and fucking Lewis.
Form battle line.
Form
Get
battle
ready,
line.
boys.
Oh.
Think I've form battle line.
Yeah, my sim froze. Roger.
On my left, boys.
To a line.
First battalion, battle lines, prepare to charge, prepare to
One
charge.
battalion, boys.
4th
The
New
general
Jersey.
charge order has been
Guide up.
given.
You
Battalion.
to the right of hands, you need to readdress yourself.
Guide up.
Get to the left.
Guide up. Let's go.
Guide
to battalion.
The front right with me.
First battalion. on me,
Yeah,
on
two
me,
guys.
charge.
39th New York.
4th New Jersey.
Okay, just go to the
Charge.
Case advance.
Charge.
At the double quick with me.
Buddy.
That means move set.
Got your back, First Lieutenant. Got your back, Sergeant.
Hold first battalion. Hold on the stone fence. Form up. Battle lines. Battle lines. Battle lines. Battle lines.
Second, form battle line.
Fire at your discretion. At the falling. Fire at the retreating
Cover
rebels,
arms.
boys.
Cover arms. Private Ghosto, do you not hear me?
This is for Fredericksburg, you rebel scum.
Fredericksburg. 4th New Jersey. Make ready. Take it.
Alright.
Look at the slave owner.
Then you were designed.
Fredericksburg! 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 Fredericksburg!
Excellent game, man. Excellent game.
Fireball. Gentlemen, we've won the battle today. We've won the battle. You are victorious.
Ceasefire, first battalion, order
North New
arms.
Jersey, hold fire.
Huzzah! 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 Huzzah!
That was interesting.
This is about what I was expecting.
That game was excellent. Good job, guys. Okay, second round, Gettysburg address. Let's form up into brigades, or yeah, battalions, 2 columns. We're gonna line up on the second stone fence, guys.
Artillery going not to infantry?
I am not sure, you should ask Victor that, but yeah, battalion, just form up at spawn, 2 into columns, and we'll march forward.
Look at those casualties.
What were they? I didn't even look. Oh man, yeah.
Not that much.
Sorry, I'll be back in like 10 minutes. I have to go help my wife with something real quick.
Yeah.
No worries.
By the way, Zap said he's not here, so he wants me to read the address.
Then it falls to you, Frederick.
I'm hoping that my mic doesn't cut out.
Just talk a little too loud. I haven't noticed you cutting out this event yet. Just make sure you talk a little louder than normal, and you should be fine. That worked for me during my speech on Friday.
Where's Sap?
I got
Frederick's gonna do it. Sap's not gonna be able to make it.
He already messaged me.
Got it.
I have in front of me. I have the History Channel version.
Yep.
Hell yeah. I'm glad I got everyone to shout
no.
Fredericksburg at the end.
Oh no, I have the National Geographic version. That's even
better.
That makes it official.
That does make it official. That makes it the truth. That means ancient aliens haven't meddled with it.
I have to say.
Oh my, that's raining.
We are top A.
Top A, yeah, same as before. Just like the last round to start. We form up, we advance to the second zone, and then we are going to, just form up in order arms.
I have to say, this would be a. I wish more line battles were like this.
I guess.
First battalion.
50 seconds.
Second
North New Jersey 1st Battalion, up and to the left.
Second, 39, 51st
Battalion, to the left.
Hey Eddie, all my compliments for last game. That was brilliant.
Absolute pleasure, Joe.
Absolutely beautiful that was.
Think if we go back to our natural habitat of stagger column.
There is no finer bugle player in the Union Army.
Thank you, First Lieutenant Frederick. Thank you very much.
I've got satin pajamas on today.
Yeah, I need to straighten out.
Pajamas, man.
Do we have actually music?
Even I go shopping.
Held together all of the battalions.
We're marching now to the stone wall.
The battalions was going to be not one continuous line, but basically 2 ranks of battalions. So it's going to be like 2 battalions like next to each other, and then 2 battalions behind them.
You want us to form up
Corporal
now, right?
Hunter front guard.
Second stone fence or the one at the artillery? The one at the artillery, right? The
Yeah,
one
the
at the
artillery.
artillery.
Yes.
So you
Where's the
want
rest
them
of
to
us?
move there, or do you want?
Move there and then form up base.
All the casualties from the battle, I guess. Eddie.
John, can you get
Apparently so,
staggered?
yeah.
Gonna get what?
Stagger column. Joe hasn't been here for the stagger column. Take 2 steps back.
Okay.
Major
There
Joe.
we go.
Corporal.
Stagger column is double column.
General
space.
Victor wants us to move to the second stone fence then.
Affirm message received. Thanks, Corporal. First battalion, everyone ready?
North New Jersey guides post.
Pop, no, stay here. Pop, you stay here.
All units are to move.
Lewis up front, come on, stagger column.
You want me to...
Lewis up
By the way,
front.
thank you.
Taking US to the front.
We're going to do the Gettysburg Address.
ICJ stagger column, so
Frederick, get the atomic to queue up some 5 drums, please.
in front of you.
Musician corps, 5 drums.
Can you go to the back?
Sir.
Do you have
All
to
units
start?
are to
Gettysburg, so
move
we know.
Upon march.
I actually have buzzwords.
Yes, sir.
Trying to
No,
help.
as in I cannot hear a word you just said. What?
Basically, you need to form up near to the artillery second stone wall.
Yeah, we know.
Okay,
I'm.
when Joe heads off, I'll follow fucking Jersey up there.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
I'm just trying to be helpful. Don't be.
You are helpful.
Get out of
babe.
here, Pixel. Love you, Pixel.
Off
Love
and
you.
CJ, can you go to the back,
All right,
please?
1st Battalion, forward to Jersey leading at the quick step, forward.
And
Forward to Jersey, at the quick step. Forward. March.
Okay, Lewis, can you take 2 big steps back?
Battalion, you may guide on me.
Battalion, guide the commander. Forward to Jersey, guide up Battalion commander.
Patrick, are you marching now with Tommy or Hunter or I don't know?
Keep it together, guys.
Und auf jeden Fall die Musik von da drüben ist auch.
Come on, close these ranks.
Ja, dann
Hunter is good.
lass die Musik einfach, dann hören wir die da drüben. Es ging mir nur darum, dass wir überhaupt nicht können. That was a short one. If you
Give us your next best on the Gettysburg summer hits it at the 1860s.
Yeah. Your music is not working quite well.
We're on our way.
Yes, I know.
Sorry, Pixel, I'm envisioning Victor instead of you, Victor is messenger. We're gonna have to wait for us anyway. Guest of honor today.
So you can take your time.
Yeah, we can be fashionably late. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Come on. There we go.
I think I can.
You can do it.
1st Battalion.
Oh my god, why can't I walk over this fucking thing?
Forward to Jersey. Where to go in battle line?
After you're formed up, he wants 1st Battalion pushed up to the hill to the 2nd stone wall ahead.
Okay.
4th New Jersey, into line on the right, march.
The line on the road.
Colonel Oswald, are you the head of this battalion?
Into line, 1st
Once you're
Battalion.
formed up,
2 ranks.
once your men are formed up, he wants you on the next.
Nobody should be behind me.
On the right.
So perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody should be to my left, nobody should be behind me.
DJ,
On the
I
right,
am
boys,
not
on the right.
behind you.
Come on, there you go. There you go. Excellent, gentlemen.
Alright, General Victor, the men are on their way to those positions.
Excellent.
Alright,
Alright,
1st
guys,
Battalion,
just
Second
Second
US leading,
John Paul.
2nd US
John-
leading, advance.
John Paul, can you go to the
Take care
back?
of the quick time.
No,
Forward, march.
Yep.
Quick time, forward march. Dana staggered.
Make sure
4th
you
New Jersey, at the
There
quick
we
step,
Now it's nice.
guide on me.
The glory of the coming of the
March.
Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath were stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on.
Are you in column?
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
In column or battle line?
We're in battle. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
New Jersey, slowly guiding to the left.
I have seen him in the watchfires of a hundred circling past. They have builded him an altar in the evening dews and dance. I have read his righteous sentence by the dim and flaring lamp. His day is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
God, look how many people are here. This is enough to bring tears to your eyes.
Collapse back into column on my rear.
Oh, behind the lieutenant.
I have read a fiery gospel
At the
made
quick
in
step.
burnished scrolls of steel.
March.
As ye deal with my contemners, so with you my grace shall deal. Let the hero born of woman cross crush the serpent with his heel, since God is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
5 files
He
to
has
half
sounded
left.
forth the trumpet
March.
that shall never call retreat. He is sifting
Fourth New
out
Jersey,
the
prepare to
hearts of
halt.
men before his
Fourth New Jersey,
judgment
halt.
seat. Oh,
DJ,
receive
take
my
2
soul
steps
to
back.
answer.
Gentlemen, at the quick time, forward march.
Fix this up.
What are they
At the
gonna
quick
do?
step. Forward. March.
Rest to defense once you hold. Rest to defense once you hold.
Fourth New Jersey. Halt. Right face. Dress up 2 stones. March.
That's 3 paces, second.
Excellent, men. Excellent.
There you are, lads.
Atomic, thanks for the tunes. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Major.
Plot armor didn't save you, boys.
Did you guys?
You
Oh,
good.
it was a great fight.
Yeah, look at you. Man, look at you. What you
It was a great fight.
Yes, with 100.
Huzzah! 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 Huzzah!
First Battalion, present arms.
Battalion presenter.
Will it be bad if I shoot their flag to do the message?
Everyone present arms. Present arms.
I don't wave the flag.
Two faces forward, up to me.
B to present arms. I want to see those arms, boys.
First Battalion, ready, Jersey.
Fuck yeah.
First Battalion, order, arms.
Fourth New Jersey, order. Arms.
I have a shot loaded.
I'm saying we flag still flying. Hey!
If they're together, the guys with the right can say order. Like in this free space.
Magnificent force.
Lucian.
Huzzah.
We're gonna need you to move right in front of the, I think it's Fourth New Jersey, yeah, because we need to get everyone based closer together.
To the left.
Okay. Do you want me to move front or to left?
What?
Do you want me to go in front of you guys?
In front of Fourth New Jersey, yeah.
Fredericksburg! Fredericksburg!
Forward barge, always have to put time.
15% move in front of the fourth.
I want to shoot them with a quick shot.
We're gonna be in the back.
Come on, keep
Or
the
they're not.
discipline.
Okay, I guess not.
What the hell? Where are they going?
Good question.
They want to mess it up.
Lucian, you're supposed to be in front of
It's
Fourth New
fine,
Jersey.
Victor. We can make this work. I want my beautiful first battalion to be in the front, anyways.
Sir? Okay, I'm on.
Painful.
Hi again, Lucian. Welcome back. Why are you back?
By the ghost of their arms.
I've been trying to get a jersey my whole life. And I am the best.
Dress it up.
Private Jenkins, dress it right.
Alright.
Alright.
3rd Battalion, dress it right.
Dress up.
Company reload. Should be fine now. Should be fine now.
Also ich bin immer geladen.
First company front. Between guys.
Alright. Alright. Should be. Silence on the rise, please. Have a minute. Have a minute.
Order. First company, order.
Alright.
First battalion, order arms.
Alright, silence the ranks, please, gents. Let's have a minute of silence.
First battalion, quiet.
Silence in the ranks. Silence in the ranks.
Alright. Gentlemen, thank you for coming.
Silence in the ranks.
Quiet.
Thank you for coming, gentlemen. I know there's lots of you. Not everyone can hear clearly. So let's be all silent. Alright. Thank you all for coming once again. We'll go on with the admins and general speaking later, but now let's wrap it all up with Gettysburg Address. Frederick, 4th New Jersey, please step forward.
Fox, Smith, look.
Sollte der Club.
Hier ganz bisschen platt.
Thank you, everyone. Please excuse me if my mic cuts out. I'm going to speak as loudly as I can to prevent that.
You can walk left and right as you speak in so everyone can hear you.
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth, on this continent, a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives, that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this.
Shut the fuck up behind there!
Alright, Frederick.
But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. Brave men, living and dead, struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work, which they have fought here, have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here, dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead, we take increased devotion to that cause, for which they here gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain.
Amen.
That this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
We beat the shit out of each other now.
Silence in the ranks!
No.
Now, please,
Now for a giant free for all.
What is that?
Jesus.
It's the Russians. Calm down. It's just the Russians.
Nothing, nothing.
It's the
They did a
Russians.
parade volley of memoirs of a private from 56 Virginia who participates in the Pickett's Charge. Captain Slaughter?
Cover your arms, boys.
Please be respectful. I know
Guys,
there's a lot
shut
of
the
you.
fuck up.
Just mute your mics. Captain Slaughter, please.
Okay, gentlemen, this is an account of a Lieutenant Finlay of the 56th Virginia. They took part in this Pickett's charge in Pickett's division. So let's read a little bit out of there. Colonel Stewart pointed towards the trees at the center of the wall and said in a loud voice, "Men, you see that wall there? It's full of Yankees. I want you to help take it." The place where he was pointing was indeed full of Yankees. The angle was defended by Battery A, 4th United States Field Artillery, 6 3-inch rifle guns under the command of First Lieutenant Alonzo Cushing, West Point graduate, soldier from Wisconsin. And here then it goes on. About the time Colonel Stewart was telling us to take the wall, Colonel Dennis O'Kane of the 69th Pennsylvania was giving his men the old Bunker Hill command, "Don't fire till you see the whites of their eyes." And he was talking about us. We started into the wet at our end of the field. In spite of Colonel O'Kane's orders, flames flashed from the mouths of kicking muskets and bucking cannons all across the Union front. Men began to go down, even at their extreme range, but it was regular time, dress the line, a gently dress parade. We had taken but a few steps when something hot and heavy struck the gallant Colonel Stewart on his left side, and he sank to his knees. That's the colonel of the 56th, right? He must have been struck by a shell fragment or a skirmisher's rifle ball. He didn't want to fall down, and he couldn't stand up, so he stood there, doubled over, half down and half up, supporting himself on his VMI sword, so Virginia Military Institute sword. 2 men stopped to help him, but he waved them on. Colonel Stewart was the only officer of the regiment above the rank of captain on the field. The command of the regiment immediately passed to the senior Captain James C. Wyant of Company H. It was Captain Wyatt's first battle as an acting regimental commander, and it was also going to be his last. We came to a tree stump in that wet field, and an officer coolly commanded, "Pass obstacle," and then the formation somehow broke together. Let's see where we go on. When we passed the center of the field, the Union artillery on Little Round Top, off to our right, began to open fire on us. Shells poured down upon us, and as they descended, they shrieked and screeched and hissed like frightened birds. First shell landed in Company A. It knocked 6 men down and scattered them about like so many ragdolls. 4 killed, 2 wounded. The second shell landed in Company D. It knocked 5 men down and scattered them about, 3 killed, 2 wounded. Third shell struck on the extreme right of the Company H, largest company in the regiment, 37 men. All 37 men were swept away by a single shell. Some of the men scrambled to their feet and resumed their place in line, while others would never get up again. And though it all, through the roaring of the guns and the choking smoke and the searing flame, where the very earth beneath our feet seemed to be on fire, we could hear the firm, clear voice of General Garnett. "Steady, men, steady, save your strength for the end." By this time, when men were falling like stalks of grain before the Grim Reaper. But there was never a pause in that slow and steady movement. The grey and butternut rank kept coming and moving and closing and rolling on as a moving sea closes over the floors and ribs of the tide. As we approached the fence at the Emmitsburg Road, the Union skirmishers pulled back, ran up the hill, jumped down behind the stone wall, and rejoined their comrades. When we got to the fence at the Emmitsburg Road, we discovered to our horror that we thought was going to be another worm fence. Instead was, some better protection. Let's see, I don't have that time to read it all, but it's very interesting. Let's start here. So we are at the end of the charge, kind of. We exchanged 1 or 2 volleys with the 72nd Pennsylvania, and then they pulled back and went over the hill from whence they had come. Just as the 72nd withdrew, General Armistead arrived at the head of the remnants of his brigade. He had begun the charge with his head on the tip of his sword, but by the time he reached at the wall, he had that the head had worked its way down the blade and was over his hand. The general leaped onto the stone wall right at the colors of the 56th Virginia. In fact, he bumped Lieutenant Henry Clay Mitchie of Company H on his right elbow. The general stood on the wall for a moment with his hat in his hand and sword sticking through his hand held aloft. "Give them cold steel, boys," he cried. And this was both sides came ever closer to one another. We were so close that we were literally shooting into each other's faces. The muzzle flashes of the muskets were scorching the shirts off of our chests. In some places there wasn't room to load and fire, so the men threw down their muskets and fought fist to fist, rock to rock, tooth to tooth. Every man fought on his own hook. Private James Norris of Company H had just fired his musket when a Pennsylvanian charged him from behind with fixed bayonet. Captain Mitchie saw the Yank coming and shouted, "Jimmy, look around." Jimmy also had a fixed bayonet, and he whirled around and caught the Yank in the stomach with his cold steel.
Jimmy.
Private Audubon Smith of Company H stood inside the bloody angle and mechanically loaded and fired his musket until a Minier ball struck him in the shoulder and spun him on the ground. A soldier of the 72nd Pennsylvania saw Audubon go down. The Union soldier bent down under the line of fire and ran to Audubon's side. The Yank gave Audubon a drink of water from his canteen, slung Audubon over his back in a fireman's carry, and lugged Audubon to a field hospital. He saved Audubon's life. Corporal Sandy, our color bearer, stood inside the wall within 15 paces of the Union line. He waved our flag defiantly right in the faces of the Yankees until he was bowled over by a bullet in his thigh. A blue coat from the 71st Pennsylvania ran over him and pried the flag from his fingers. We were in full view of the federal officers, and they could see that we were but few in number, well nigh exhausted by what we had already accomplished. They had reserves in countless thousands, and they threw every man they had against us. We soon found ourselves fighting not only the Philadelphia Brigade, but fresh regiments from New York, Ohio, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Vermont. Captain Frank Nelson of Company A tried to take his handful of men to the rear to avoid capture, but they fell like leaves from the tree in an autumn wind. The Minier balls came at us from all directions. We were surrounded on three sides, and I could see that our situation was hopeless. So to avoid the further uselessness, waste of blood, I, a lowly first lieutenant, the highest ranking officer left standing at my end of the line, I gave the order to the men around, "Ceasefire, lay down your arms and surrender." And soon the sharp, quick huzzah, huzzah, huzzah of the Federals took off our defeat and their triumph. They didn't even cheer like we did. And then afterwards, Lieutenant Finlay got captured and spent 2 years in prison. I want to thank, on behalf of the 56th Virginia, for all these great events, for all 3 days of this great event. And I want to finalize by a little text of a reporter from the New York Times, Samuel Wilkerson, who just buried his Union son, who died at Gettysburg, and he writes, "Oh, you dead here at Gettysburg, have baptized with your blood the second birth of freedom in America. How are you endowed? I rise from a grave whose white clay I have kissed, and I look up and see Christ. His right hand opens the gate to paradise, and with his left he beckons these mutilated, bloody, swollen corpses to ascend." Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Slaughter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Huzzah for ending that.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Calm yourselves, silence.
Alright. Not keeping you here much longer, just a few words from myself. Thank you all who came here and had patience to follow the scripts and get the whole concept. It was a hell of an effort to set this all up, and I know not everything went down to the plan perfectly, nor today, nor yesterday, not on Friday. But I just like to let you know, this was basically the first time on European time zone such event was undertaken. Idea came from NA last year, but not in such format and not in such scale. So we were basically the pioneers in this field, and as such I think this experiment went out fairly well. I hope you will agree with me. Definitely we have a lot to improve on for next year, and there's lots of unused potential in both scripts, maps, and parts of Gettysburg that we could reenact. I would just like to close off with a great shout out to all the admins from the United European Community and Historical Rules event who helped us set this up, and to all commanders from both sides. So Rollo, Lemuel most of all for taking CSA for days 1 and 2, Rollo from 13 Georgia, Koto of 83rd Pennsylvania and Istul 6 Corps, and Victor, and everyone else who helped a lot, set up scripts and organize this. And well, I think that will be all from me. Thank you all for coming, and happy 4th of July to all Americans.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thank
Fuck the Brits. Happy 4th, Independence Day, baby.
Fuck you, Queen.
Hold it. I think we can...
No, please, no.
Men are suffering heat stroke all around me.
You stare them in the eye, boy.
Up the raft.
Lock your knees. Do not lock your knees. Yeah, don't pass out.
Stare them in the eye. Don't
People already have.
Eddie, Knight, since anyone say something?
keep your weapon down.
Okay.
Just stare them in the eye.
Quick time on crunch.
Wait, what are we doing now?
Now what? We'll wait here until we get orders.
Time,
You in hell.
I'll see you in hell.
March home.
Hey, Johnny Red, right here. Can I have some tobacco? I've been dying.
4th New Jersey.
Yeah, I think there's no need to move out. Just go
Right
to
face.
Second Battalion.
Yep.
You might guys post to our final phrase. If you gentlemen want to join us.
This guy touched the climatic. I thought we were gonna duke it out there.
Frederick, hold position.
Yes.
Hold position.
Thank you all.
Second US is going, second Cav is doing their final prayer, and I thought it would be nice if you could join in.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, keep your sick.
Okay, come with me.
Unfixed bayonets.
I wanna do something.
Second Cav. Neil.
Victor, second Cav is doing their final prayer for New Jersey is joining him. I think you might want to join as well. Alright, let's kneel.
Second Cavalry.
Me and you, Edgar.
4th New Jersey.
Can we have some silence? Can we have some silence?
Frederick, kneel the man.
4th New Jersey, take a knee.
Holy shit.
Can we have some silence?
Quiet, guys, please. Quiet.
They shall not grow old.
Thank you.
As we that are left grow old.
You on the battlefield?
Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn them.
I think I shouldn't say it.
We will
Silence!
remember them. Then Cav, rise.
Recruit! Silence!
Shot arms.
Turn around, lads.
Man, boys.
Amen.
You may rise.
Oh, come on!
Second!
Do not fire.
Gentlemen, it's been an honor.
Alright. 4th New Jersey, rise.
Blast them 4th. We're back to war rise. Blast them.
I would have got him, but I got that alt tab.
Alright guys, let's hop onto the server if you want. We're doing a little tap ceremony to remember the dead of Gettysburg. If you want to join, feel free to. Otherwise, you are dismissed.
Quick, they're coming. Thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah, no worries, Bingo. It's been a pleasure.
I'm now telling my colonel to get the shit, and next time we're gonna be as well. On the
Yeah.
Sunday.
Hopefully,
Yeah, they're playing Head Let Loose. What the fuck?
Hopefully in September? Question mark. And Tito?
Yes. Me and Knight has been touched.
Yeah, now we're doing a tap ceremony with the 4th New Jersey for remembering the fallen. Hopefully I have enough time. I have guests coming over at 4. So I'm going to go over there now.
Yeah, it should, and if it doesn't,
Okay.
then I have my own.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Dominic. Appreciate it. Okay, brilliant. I'm just going to say a few words. We're going to play the taps. Everyone's going to present arms. 1 minute, 2 minutes of silence, and then I'll dismiss you guys. You can get on with School Circle and, debrief that stuff. It won't take long.
Wait a minute. Wait.
How was the speech? How was the address?
Lincoln himself couldn't have done it better.
Yeah, it was great. You didn't cut out once. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I want to scream out, John Wilkes, move, bitch!
What about the game, guys? What do you think of the game?
That was fun.
It's fun, but
it went really well.
I would like to see more battalion style stuff like that.
Yeah. Like
it was a lot of fun.
The UEC tried it last year and it didn't work quite well, but I think we've really refined it. Like I think it worked really well, especially today. Like I gave the company some autonomy and yeah, I'm
Italian's
pleased.
By the way,
I guess.
did my speech cut out? Like did?
No, I don't know. No. We're gonna form up at the colors, boys.
Played. Oh my gosh.
We're gonna form up at the colors, guys.
What?
Yeah, the event's over, Jessic. We're doing a little remembrance ceremony for the dead of Gettysburg on our drill server. So if you would like to join, you could just join there.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Help if you guys could see it. There you go.
Where is the place of honor? Where did we do the place of honor? Oda, do you remember when we did the little bugle thingies where the place of honor is, Frederick? Victor?
It's supposed to be, I think, over
Isn't it where the
here
first
something.
sergeant usually stands? Yeah.
Be here, yeah.
Alright, Tommy, just go.
Actually, like this.
Yeah, facing.
stand.
Yeah, there. Alright. Alright, so I'm assuming we have taps ready. First sergeant when I give the first sergeant when I give the cue for Tommy to play the taps and the taps are playing, you may tell the men to present. No bayonets. No bayonets. All right,
Let
guys,
me know when exactly you want to play it, because I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm giving you a cue. Don't you worry. Alright, guys, so brilliant event these past few days. I'm assuming everyone enjoyed it. If you didn't, that's unfortunate to hear. But I think most of us did. It's been a great 3 days. We really showed the rebels, especially today. But as I said in my announcement, there is a very serious side to this. Obviously, we're reenacting like battles and stuff where a lot of people died. And yeah, I'd like everyone to think back while we have our moment of silence of, every game you've had in War of Right and standing there and taking fire from the front, and then just imagine yourself standing there in real life, your friends to your side dying, getting shot, yells, everything. It's I think it would be very humbling to think about, and I think it would do everyone good, including everyone worldwide, to make that consideration every once in a while. Alright, the PFC Atomic, please sound off.
$50,000 casualties over the course of 3 days. 50,000. Died setting other men free. very sad.
Thank you. One more.
Alright guys, thank you. Had a moment of silence there after the attack. Very much Atomic. That was May all ready too. Thanks everyone for taking this moment to share that moment with me, and you were all dismissed. What do you guys think? School circle here in the server, please. Your opinion known, please. Server in the Discord.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the conclusion to our Gettysburg reenactment here in War of Rights. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to end this stream now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm glad the attendance was actually very good. I did want to share all of that, though. I wanted to share all of that, the speeches and all that stuff, because that is just as important, if not more important, than the actual thing. So thank you all very much, and I'll see you later. Thank you.